Hey guys, it is Snazboard here and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be covering how to build a small Asian style house, with a bit of an oriental theme. Once again, it's kind of simple, but I will admit that the roof on this is a bit more advanced than my other builds, but I'm sure we'll be able to get through it. With saying that, here's exactly what you'll need if you wish to build this in survival at all, and let's get right into it. Once again, the first step in this build is to lay out the frame. For the frame, we will be using jungle log, and I'll reveal the reason why we're using this particular block later. Start off by placing 2 blocks 3 spaces apart, and then another 2 blocks 3 spaces apart, but 3 spaces back, so you end up with a 5 by 5 square. Then, on either side of one of these, add another block after 3 spaces. Going backwards at 90 degrees to this, we're going to have a 5 block gap before the next block. Turning 90 degrees again, place 3 log blocks with 3 blocks gap in between, and then another 90 degrees and another 5 block gap. As you can see, the shape of this build will be a sort of squashed T shape. The small square at the front will be the front entrance. Bring these first 2 blocks up to 4 blocks total, and then bring every other block up to 5 blocks in height total. With a 1 block indent, we're going to trace the shape of the frame using spruce planks. Raise this to 2 blocks in height. Then we place a layer of red clay on top of these spruce planks, filling up to 3 in the back and 2 blocks in height in the front 3 by 3 square. It's time now to add some detail to these walls in the form of a slab and stair pattern made out of birch. On each 3 block wide panel, excluding the front door, we're going to complete this same pattern. The pattern starts by placing 2 stairs facing outwards from the middle of the panel on the bottom level. Then fill the gap in between with a slab on the lowest half block. Now above this, we're going to place a full block on each of the stairs and another slab on the top half block to create this pattern. As I've said, this will be repeated on all the 3 block wide panels. For the side walls, which are 5 block wides, it's a slightly different pattern, as I'll show you here. Again, we're starting with the stairs in the corners, then a slab towards the middle, and then a single full block on the center block. On the block above, we start with a slab on the top half block, then an upside down stair, and then another slab on the top half block to complete this pattern. Now on all outside facing surfaces of the jungle pillars, we're going to place a stone brick block at the base. Once this is completed for all pillars, we're going to then place an upside down stone brick stair block on top to complete this. This completes the total effect for the walls. Now I'm going to show you how to make the first section of the roof. Now for this build, the roof is by far the most complicated part of the build, so in order to better equip you to replicate this yourself, I'm going to be showing you this in first person. Start the roof by using the dark oak block and placing a line across the top of the outside of this frame. Now we're going to do 1 step up in the roof, but this time, instead of just 1 row of blocks, we're going to do 2. Fill in the rest of the gap for the 3rd rise in the roof. For the corners, we're going to build it by placing 3 slabs on the corner block, and then 3 slabs 1 block upwards on the edge with a 1 block slab in behind, like so. And we do it on all 4 of the corners. Now, it's time for us to shape the roof more. Break each of these corner blocks and place a slab instead of the full block, just to make the roof look a bit more of a gentle slope. Then, place a layer of slabs in between the 3rd and the 2nd layer, like so, on both sides of the roof. Moving to the front now, we're going to build a small arch connecting these middle pillars, like so. Connect the back of this arch to the 2nd level, and then connect the sides of this arch to the edge blocks. expand out the sides like that to give it a more smooth look. And there we have the front complete. Now it's time to move on to the back. For the back, we're going to use the exact same arch as the front, connecting it back and fanning it out a bit, connecting it to both of the little side raises as well. But here, we're going to leave a 1 block gap instead of pulling it the whole way across and place 2 slabs. Now underneath, we've got a small pattern here, which we're going to leave a sort of plus shape of a hollow, which then we can switch to an oak block, and we're going to fill up this hollow with just some oak slabs, like so. Now we're going to build the front of the roof. Again, follow the edge of the frame with a full block. And then fill in the middle again. Building the exact same slab patterns on each of the corners for this front section. And then just smooth out the rest of it with slabs. Looking down, we add another 2 slabs on the underneath side. And that is the completed product of the roof. With the roof almost done, I'm going to finish off the walls by adding in windows. On all the 3-sided panels, except for the 3 in the middle at the front, which will make up the front doorway, we are going to add a window. To add this window, we will simply break the middle block and place a spruce fence block and then 2 spruce stairs on either side, top and bottom. On the 5 block side wall, we're going to make a window that is 3 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall and fill it with fence. Then we're going to break some blocks in the top of the roof here and make this little curve. This window is repeated on the opposite side of the house. Building houses symmetrically like this is quite simple. However, this house is slightly different in that it only has 1 axis of symmetry instead of a possible 4 or 2. The last feature on the roof is another small rise or level, which we start off by placing 4 pillars of jungle log in a square like this. These blocks will have a 3 block gap between. Then, at an indent of 1 block, we're going to fill it up with red clay. For the roof, we're going to build a simple frame of a pyramid out of the dark oak blocks, with the point being in the middle, and then build arches between the different blocks, which are on the same height level the whole way round. Then, we're going to place blocks on the corner and build it up similar to how we did it on the other sections of the roof with the slab patterns in the corner. Finish off this top of the roof by adding a 2 block fence window, and then we're going to move on to the doorway, which we build in another small birch slab pattern, and finally place on the door. The very last detail to the build is that we're going to place cocoa beans at the top of the jungle log pillars, and these were all the steps you need to know in order to be able to build this house. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This concludes the tutorial. As I said before, you can see now why I've used the jungle logs, because you cannot place the coffee beans on any other type of log, and I thought it was, this was really something that worked well with this build. If you liked it at all, hit a like. If you want to see more content, maybe think about subscribing, and I will catch you when I see you next.